香港卫视。
移轴，一种摄影的技巧，可以将真实的世界拍出玩偶都市的感觉。大千世界的人与事，多少体面光鲜与冷峻孤傲，看似荒谬，但都真实存在。透过移轴，我们捕捉这些人那些事，寻找社会主轴外的移轴人生。
I'm always quite amazed. I mean, 40 years is a long time.
Now all of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see, I'm on a diet, a beer diet. Yes. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Take my lips, I want to use them. Now your goodbyes left me with eyes that cry. So why can't I go on living without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me?
这里是香港现存最古老的一间爵士酒馆。1972年12月18号。Tom Parker 在亚士里道创建了 Ned Kelly's。曾经在澳大利亚的电台工作25年的他，酷爱爵士。也正是因为如此，从开业的第一天到现在，爵士的旋律一直伴随着 Ned Kelly's 走过了40年的沉浮。
Shall we go in? Follow me. As you can see, it's not a big bar. Especially when you have a band here. This actually used to be the original stage, and as we go up, there's a number of old pictures to do with Ned Kelly, who was a famous robber in Australia. The picture in the middle is a picture of the grandfather of the owner. We still have the original owner from 1972. So this is the top end, and this was actually the original stage. The stage was moved here in the 1980s because it was felt it could squeeze more tables in. So that's the second stage. Various seating, these are original tables, etc. from the 1970s. If you look at the pictures, when Ned Kelly's opened in 1972, they were white. During the days of smoking, they turned that colour over all the years, 40 years. Since this is 40 years, so those pictures were actually purely white, but as you can see, the effects of nicotine. And down here is our very small, compact bar. As you can see, the kitchen's at the back, the bar's here. Basically, that is Ned Kelly's. It's not a very big place for live music, but it's been very successful for 40 years.
I first came to this pub in 1981. My father brought me here. I 10年前嗰陣仲係20歲，而家30歲嚟咗10年。
我嗰陣時8歲。我20幾年前已經嚟啦，咁個個
夠稱㗎。
We've been drinking here for 22 years.
I came here and I love this bar. Very good bar.
All of me, why not take all of me?
I took over the management of the bar in 1998. The concept of Mr. Parky wanted to keep the team going. Music is his world, his life. So I had promised that I was going to keep jazz as the main theme, especially Dixieland jazz. Music has been played here every night since 1972.
You took the part that was my heart too. Why not take over? Why not take over?
40年的时间里，这里前后共有过3支驻场乐队。现在的这支6人爵士乐队已经在这里演奏了15年。
The band's called the China Coast Jazzmen. I formed it in 1993 in Hong Kong. The band here at Ned Kelly's, as the China Coast Jazzmen, have worked at Ned Kelly's since 1998. I come from a place in the UK, United Kingdom, called Newcastle upon Tyne. My job is basically to entertain the audience, make them smile, make them laugh, and most of all, make them drink.
Yeah, I am Joselito Garcia. I am from the Philippines. I'm truly 74 years old. I was born in 1938.
I 叫做 Peter Robert Flores， 我係可以講得香港人，我爸爸係菲律賓人，我媽咪係葡萄牙人，我呢就喺香港出世嘅 ，Made in Hong Kong 嘅。
You cannot play like this in the Philippines. Only here and Ned Kelly's. That's why I'm happy. I'm happy to be a musician here in Ned Kelly's. Yeah.
My name is Franco Valussi. I am originally from Trieste in Italy. I'm now 50, okay? And I started to work when I was 23 for Walt Disney as a cartoonist. But in the same time, I was also practicing music. So now is a good opportunity for me to be a professional musician finally. You know?
乐队的成员们从不同的国家来到了香港，却因为同样的爱好和缘分相聚在 Ned Kelly's。
This place is like a family. You become like one of each other. Like Robert's daughter just got married, and of course he invites everybody over to the wedding, you know. So it becomes like a family. You get to know each other. You become like brother, you know, like a brother, you know. It is like a family. We have our ups, we have our downs, you know. But we work together as a band. So as a band, we have to be disciplined that way to work together as a band.
The band, a wonderful group of musicians. Probably family, closer than family, probably to me. Some of them worked with me now or they've been working here, some of them for about 25, 30 years. We're very close. We have a problem, we discuss it, we find a solution, we carry forward. But the customers will never know about it because there's always a smiling face on the band stage and everything. The band's very special.
I try to put some energy in. As I said, In fact, the way the world is today, it's nice to bring a smile on some people's faces, you know. To be honest, it's not all the time. Sometimes I walk in here and I'm like, oh, you know. But once I get on the stage, I don't know, I just change. It's like I'm on my stage, that's it. And I've got an audience to entertain. And the great thing about Ned Kelly's is every night it's a different challenge. It's not the same audience every night, it's a different challenge every night with different people and new customers. And I know I've got to try and get them. I have to try and win them over to my side.
除了演奏爵士，乐队还会准备一些笑话和滑稽的表演，不为别的，只为台下的观众能够开怀一笑。而这个想法则来自于酒馆的创建者帕克先生。如今，这已经成为了这里的一个传统。
Yeah, it's been a tradition. Even the former band leaders had their own, we call it gimmicks. They had their own gimmicks, you know. And so they had their comedy numbers. I have mine.
"40 years ago, Tom Parker opened up a bar. I wonder if he realized that it would come this far."
We've had some ups and downs, I mean, during the SARS and the influenza flu and everything, but we always survive, The secret is building a concept and keeping and continuing that concept without changing the concept every other month. Different type of band, different type of style of music. You have to keep this concept going month after month, year after year, and you attract your own type of clientele. Some people, as I said, want to escape to come to Ned Kelly's. Some people find the drink prices quite reasonable, and some people like just the general ambience of the place.
Into Ned Kelly's fame, Hong Kong's music scene's not barren, so let's start with Larry Allen.
People come in here and you can see their eyes, they don't believe it. It's as if they've gone back in time, you know. I mean, in the old days of Hong Kong, 1960s, etc., there was quite a few places like this, not with jazz, but old bars. They're all gone, you know.
上世纪70年代是香港经济起飞的年代，各类夜总会也如雨后春笋般冒起。当年，帕克先生为 Ned Kelly's 申请牌照时被问到，打算请多少个女郎？帕克先生回答，这只是一间酒馆，只喝酒，只听音乐，没有入场费、服务费，更不会有女郎。当时在场的所有人都笑道，这间酒馆一定开不下去。可如今，当夜总会走向萧条时，依然门庭若市的 Ned Kelly's 向大家证明了帕克先生当年的决定是正确的。
Yes, the concept from Mr. Parker, because he wanted people having to enter a place without paying cover charge, without feeling restricted. Pub is a happy place, is a public forum, where hence the word pub, public house, where people actually come and listen to music, free of charge, enjoy a couple of beers, and have a nice time. And also educate people in the form of jazz and Dixieland music.
一直以来，这里都依循着帕克先生最初的理念：传统的爵士乐、经典的澳洲食物、怀旧的装饰氛围。在许多常客的心中，这里已经不仅仅是一家酒馆，而是一个可以让自己放松心情、享受音乐的地方。
I think this concept has worked because it's longevity. You know, it's built up such a huge base of fans who keep coming back year after year. I meet people here who have been coming here for 20 years. There was a couple in last night, they first came here in 1973. And I think the great thing now is we have a lot of young young Chinese coming in. From the days when, before 97, when Hong Kong was under sort of British rule, we had a lot of expats, very few local people. And after the handover, we got more and more local people. Plus, we still get the expats, we get Japanese, Koreans.
It becomes a good, happy time. Sometimes to escape from the hustle and bustle of the city. Sometimes to come in to old worldly place like Ned Kelly's and listen to old-fashioned jazz.
Ned Kelly's is the type of place, on most places you think, right, it's Friday or Saturday, we are going to be busy. But you can sometimes walk in here on a Tuesday or weekday and you're more busy than a Friday or Saturday. With Ned Kelly's, you never know.
The band are very good, especially Robert on the drums. He is international class.
呢度咧好開心㗎，好多人喺度跳舞啊。
We see Colin sometimes back in the UK. He goes back to the UK once a year and plays on a train in Newcastle and we go and watch him. It's wonderful.
Ned Kelly's 的口碑在老顾客与新顾客之间流传，一些著名的爵士乐队和明星来到香港时，也会颇有兴致地在这里的小舞台上演奏一曲。
Tom's heart is in Ned Kelly's. But he's also a very busy man, you know. I do have lunch with Mr. Parker, and he's always very interested to know what the band is doing, you know. These days, because he's so busy traveling, etc., it's rare that he comes down. But he will be here for the 40th anniversary, so the band they have to be focused that night, because he's got a very sharp ear, so everything's got to be 100% right. Because if it isn't, he will say, Colin, let's have a word.
中国名门新所藏着儿女亲情，半世纪亲恩归报，中共领导为父之道，以历史读心术与名门之后对话，上一代睿智传奇，下一代横切时空，层层解读父辈精神，提炼未来成功密码。
正因为我们的父一辈有了这种精神，才有我们的今天。
杨锦麟、柯蓝，香港卫视父辈，逢星期六晚8点半。
在这里，你永远不知道会遇见谁，又会有怎样的故事。
There's always someone that can speak to you. Hence the reason we have long tables here, where people and customers have to join and greet each other. And it's great sometimes when I see Chinese with English people, with Americans, with Koreans, with Japanese, all mixed together. It's wonderful.
We have people in the audience from all over the world. It's the United Nations of Hong Kong.
I only hope the world was so diplomatic as Ned Kelly's. So the long tables are great, because people have to talk to each other. Again, Mr. Parker's concept.
It's fun. It's a very fun place. You can make friends easily. It's very casual. You know, the kind of people you meet here are very casual. They're very down-to-earth people. So I made lots of friends from Ned Kelly. 这样。
有些人选择在下班后来这里小酌一杯，有些人喜欢叫上3、2好友坐下来一起聊天，有些人则习惯坐在角落闭上眼睛听着爵士。在这里，你不知道坐在你对面的人来自哪里，也不知道坐在你旁边的人此刻是什么样的心情，只是很自然的，你们会举起酒杯，说一声你好。
I have a girlfriend which is Chinese and she's fantastic, really fantastic. I met her in March. Yeah, of course, here in Ned Kelly. And it's a lovely relation, beautiful relation.
To my knowledge, we've had about 17 marriages out of Ned Kelly's, where boy met girl and they got married. 17 marriages out of Ned Kelly's. And that's just for my information, never mind what actually happened, maybe more.
40年来 Ned Kelly's 为许多人带来了相遇相知的缘分，也在这个快速变换的商业世界里幸存了下来。将来它会不会有更多的40年呢？
Even if eventually I retire from Ned Kelly's, I would love to see Ned Kelly still here. As I say, it's a very warm place, a lot of atmosphere, and it'll be a sad day when, if the developers come in and demolish it. You know, because it is a little bit of Hong Kong history. 1972, for a pub to last that long in Hong Kong these days, they last maybe 6 months, 1 year, and then change. For, I think, a place like Ned Kelly's, 40 years in the same location, doing and unique, playing jazz and surviving, is quite amazing. So I think if the day comes, and I hope if that day comes I'm not here, and they demolish Ned Kelly's, I will have my black armband, I will have a glass of whiskey, I will say, to Ned Kelly's and Hong Kong.
If you close the world, and these are the border of the world, this is the utopia country, where everything is working perfectly. This is the country where I want to live, Ned Kelly.
Much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, for the last time, here we go.
Ned's music, jazz, Dixieland jazz, good food, steaks, ribs, the old Australian food. People come here just to listen to the old jazz, just to come to an old bar, just to taste traditional food, just to see the same faces, the same people. My retention of my staff who work here, as well as the band, the musicians in the band, they work here for many, many years. And you just got to keep it a family oriented feeling here.
October's gone. Salute!
Will I settle down in Hong Kong? Well, that's a hard one for me to say, because I've always been like a gypsy, but this is the longest place I have stayed. I don't really know. Maybe yes. Maybe in 20 years you'll come, I'll have a walking stick. Oh, who knows? I never say yes to something when life in this modern world changes all the time, you know? So I take it day by day. Enjoy your life day by day.
I don't know if I'm gonna die here or in Italy, I don't know. Maybe I will die in Hawaii, God knows. But it's a good place, it's a good place. I love it. It's extremely comfortable. Chinese people are totally wonderful.
as my wife believes in her religion, you are reborn. I would do it all over again.
Oh, I love that game.
I enjoy playing here in Ned Kelly. Hopefully, I can play more and more.
It will go on. So.
即係我做咗咁多年咧，我好開心。
I am living my dream. I always wanted to be a good artist and a good musician. So I'm not a good artist and I'm not a good musician, but I do both.
Neds, keep going. We'll be here.
In the meantime, let me tell you that I love you. Buonasera, signorina. Good night.
应答中国领先的争议性汽车销售服务。达汽车。
来自欧洲的快时尚巨头。